So this is just going to be a quick run through of what I do for my dailies and how I incorporated them into my tree runs to make it a little bit more efficient each day. First thing, I highly recommend setting up a dedicated tab to tree farming and dailies. You can copy mine or do something similar, whatever works for you, but it helps immensely to have a tab already set up just for this specific purpose. Starting out, I'm just going to pull everything out of the tab that I will need. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to open the bank 2 times. Experience loss, I know. So let's grab one of everything here. I'm just going to go down the list, and I will need 2 rock tabs, so you'll see that I have basically double the amount of rock tabs as everything else. We're going to start out with a ultra compost and a calquat. As paying for the calquat's just not worth it. 5 magic, 5 palm, rake, spade, and then a ring of wealth. I do need to switch positions on these because that one needs to come out first. Just equip everything, and then again we're gonna have to go into the bank again, grab the Slayer ring, switch over to noted, grab coconut, papaya, gold, and we are ready to go. We're just going to start out quickly teleporting to the gnome stronghold with my Slayer ring. Just stop on to the first magic tree here and pay this lady, I think, to remove the tree, plant a new magic, pay them again, and we're going to jump over to the papaya tree, or the, I should be saying fruit and regular tree patches. So we're going up to the fruit patch here and check that one. If I can find the person, there it is. We're going to remove that one, jump in the palm tree, and then we're going to remember to pay them and travel with the spirit tree to the gnome village. From here, just run through the village, get to the gate, follow Elkoi, and run to our second fruit tree patch. And we're going to pay Gilith again to remove these. Plant a new palm in its place, pay them again. And we're going to run off to the elf village, whatever this place is called, I don't remember. This is where our extra fruit tree is. Obviously, if you don't have the quest done, then this one will not be on your run. Just bring one less fruit tree, but obviously do the quest as soon as possible. Then we're going to teleport on to Trollheim, or not Trollheim, sorry, Taverley, and run over to our next magic tree. Right about this time, I'm going to drink my first dose of stamina potion, just to get me through. Obviously, more efficient use of the potion if you are already below 80 stamina at the point that you drink it. You want to be even lower than that, as again you're going to spend a little bit of time checking the tree, planting the new tree, paying the guy. So good to do it just about then is when I find that I run a little low, depending on your agility level and weight reducing armor. Obviously it could be different for you, but that is where I at least put it in there. So this one, I have the diary done, so I don't need to pay the lady, but obviously remember to pay her if you do not have the diary done. After this, we're going to teleport on to Brimhaven, and we're going to run south for our calquat tree. Again, for this one, not worth paying for it. Use an ultra compost. Very rarely dies. extremely rarely. The only reason I pay for the other ones is the payment is cheap, and I wanted to buy the exact amount of, almost the exact amount of trees that I will need to get to 99 farming, is obviously depending on how many of my Calquat trees and then mahogany trees that I do as well live. I have enough palms and magics to completely get me to 99 just off of those, but I'm going to continue to do Calquats and Mahoganies just for cheaper experience and to get me there a little bit quicker, as obviously those are extra trees. The Calquat once a day, the Mahoganies once every 3 days or 3.5 days. Now there are 3 of them at the same time, so basically 1 a day, but again, it takes 3.5 days for those to grow. So we're coming up to the first daily that I do here. So we're going to teleport directly into Varrock, not the Grand Exchange. I personally trade Zaf and check if he has any staffs because they are worth buying as well. Obviously you don't have to do that. A lot of the time they're already bought out. I think I'm in a total level world, but I'm not in a 2000 total level world, so most of the time I'll do these on a 2000 world. I just forgot to switch over today. In the 2000 worlds I have a lot more luck checking Zaf for the battle stabs, as for some reason most of the people, even though I know they're doing the dailies, they don't check the store for the extra amount that they could be getting every day. So after that we're going to get to the Grand Exchange, and this is where we're going to bank for the first time. So we're going to bank everything. You don't need cash, you don't need the Slayer ring anymore, you don't need teleport crystal. I'm going to drink a dose of stamina, and I'm going to drop all of these just because I don't want them in my bank. Obviously you can bank them. I have 2 palm trees left, and we're going to bank this extra stamina potion. You don't really need to. You do need a little bit of space for the next couple dailies that I'm going to be doing, but really you don't need this amount, but better to have more than less. So now we're going back to Brimhaven. I teleported with the spirit tree just because I was going to be at the Grand Exchange banking anyways. Obviously if you do not have the ability or don't have a spirit tree in Brimhaven, you're gonna need to take an extra Brimhaven teleport tab. And I lied to you guys, I am gonna need cash, so I'm gonna go back, get that completely blanked that I will need to pay for these trees to be cut down. So I'm gonna grab the cash out of here, and I'm just gonna cut back when I am back at the palm tree. Alright, so we're back at the palm tree, and we have our cash to pay this guy to remove the tree. So let's do that, and then I'm just gonna cut however long that took, 30-45 seconds, whatever, out of the timer, because I do want to see exactly how long this takes me every day to do the dailies. Obviously I'm going a little bit slower than usual, as I'm just trying to explain everything as thoroughly as possible. Obviously there's not too much to explain, as we're just running around to all of the trees that I'm pretty sure most of you guys already know where they're at, but if you don't, then at least you're getting a good explanation. So here in Catherby is our last tree, a regular tree. I am going to add in the Mahoganies at the end of this. It's not necessarily on my daily tree run, as again it takes 3.5 days for those to grow, but again there are 3 of them, so pretty much daily. From here, however, we're going to go to our second daily, which is Miscellanea. A lot of people skip this for whatever reason. I think because they don't know that you can just rake these for 1% favor each. So if you do it daily, you only have to rake 3 of these. It takes 30 seconds, and as you can see, I'm back to 100% approval. So I don't know if most people don't know that, but quick tip if you did not, as long as you do it daily, and even if you don't, even if I skipped it for a couple days, I could rake this one and then I could rake that one, and most of the time, by the time I'm done raking that one, this will grow back as it grows a little quicker than normal. So you can skip it for a couple days and still get back to 100% very quickly. After that, we're going to go to Nightmare Zone, claim our 15 boxes. This is very worth doing, and this will always be on my dailies as long as herbs are worth anything at all. So now I'm just going to grab out 3 Ultra Compost, 3 Mahoganies, as I'm going to do my Mahogany run today as they are done. Teleporting to Dig Site is quicker than teleporting to Fossil Island, just a quick note, so definitely just teleport to the Dig Site and then right click this guy for quick travel. Then just go straight through the little hole here. They call it a hole, it looks like a cave to me, but we are here, and we're just going to quickly check the 3 Mahogany trees. And again, these are just Ultra Composts, and I've never had one die on me. It's very rare that they will die, but it's still not worth paying the fee. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's something odd. Well, let's just check. 25 Yanillion hops, which are like 1 to 2k each, I think. So it's going to cost you 25 to 50k to pay for a single tree. Not worth it. Again, with Ultra Compost, they don't die basically ever. It's very rare that they'll die, and Ultra Compost is 1k instead of 25 to 50k to pay for the guy to, or I should say the little squirrel to guard your tree. And again, these are just extra experience on top of what I've already planned for to get 99. So in addition to these dailies, I do Tears of Guthix when either my rune crafting, agility, or mining is my lowest skill, which at this point I have to go and do a little bit more hunter to pass mining to make that efficient again, so I'm not going to do it right now, but I do Tears of Guthix. All you need is a games necklace to teleport directly there. It takes 2 minutes, and you get I think between 15 and 20k experience depending on how many tiers you collect. So, you know, 2-3 minutes for 20k mining, agility, or rune crafting experience is very worth it. Again, only do that though if, again, your mining, agility, or rune crafting is your lowest skill. So try and plan it out to be done that way if possible. But beyond that, those are the dailies I do. Just to run through some quick math for you guys on those dailies. The battle stabs themselves bring in about 4.5 to 5 million GP monthly. If you do the dailies every day, which doesn't sound like, you know, extreme amount, but that's that pays for a bond if you don't pay for it with real life cash. The herb boxes are worth about 10k each on average, so that's another 150k a day, which again is about 4.5 million GP a month. Just there, so already we're about 9 to 9.5 million just on the dailies. And then miscellanea brings in about 70k daily on average, as long as you're holding that 100% approval rating every day. and when you collect them. So that is 2.1 million GP a month just on the miscellanea. So just with those 3 dailies, and there are more, but the other ones aren't really worth doing. These are just the 3 I add in. Just on those 3 dailies, you're at 11.6, 11.1 to 11.6 or more GP, again depending on herb and battle staff prices, and then of course the prices of whatever you get from miscellanea. I believe my miscellanea is on mining and mahoganies for the most or for the highest average GP gain. Obviously you can get lucky with like bird nests and that sort of thing, but on average they don't bring in as much as the coal and mahogany method. Mining on max 10 and then everything additional into mahogany is what I do. I believe I'll correct myself if that is wrong before or I'll correct it in the comments, but I believe that is what I do. But I hope that helped you out, and I hope you learned a thing or two just about incorporating dailies into your farm. Your tree farming runs is something you can do. You can do your dailies with a lot of other things, or just do them on their own. Again, the extra 11 to 12 mil a month is not a small amount. That is hundreds of millions of GP a year for free. Again, it took me 10 minutes, and that was with a tree run. So honestly, to do just the dailies by themselves, 15 seconds for battle stabs, 30 seconds for miscellanea, another 30 seconds for the teleport and buying of the herb boxes, you're looking at about a minute and a half a day. For 30 days, 30 minutes for 12 million GP. You can do the math. Do your dailies. I hope this little run through helped, and of course, if you have any questions or comments, I will respond to all of them. Have a nice day.